well. So grades 4, 5, and 6. We are going to be, starting next week, we're going to be writing music using what I like to call music notation software. So, music notation software is a tool that allows you to compose or write music on the computer. So it's sort of a shortcut, if you will, or an easier way to write music so that you don't have to write it out by hand. Now, should you still write music from time to time by hand? Absolutely. But the reason why we're doing it now with music computer software or music notation software is because um I want some of you to get a little bit stronger on making sure that you have the right number of beats in each measure, because I know for some that's still a little bit of an issue. And I also want you to get stronger at understanding what each of the notes sound like when you put them on the staff. So, I'm going to show you one of the programs, or actually the program you're going to use when you are writing your music and sharing it with me um, in your Google Classroom assignments. So, here is how you're going to put that program onto your Google Docs. So, the program is part of Google Docs. So, first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to this area called Add-ons. So, click on that. Then you are going to go to Manage Add-ons. So, go to Add-ons, Manage, well, actually, Get Add-ons. Sorry, you're going to go to Add-ons, and then you're going to go to Get Add-ons. This is going to bring you to the G Suite Marketplace. This is where you can get all those cool little add-ons for Google Classroom, Google Docs, Google anything, okay? And where it says Search Apps, you're going to type in the following. Ready? Flat, oops, I can't spell it. Flat I.O. Why is it called Flat I.O.? No idea. But that's the name of the program, Flat I.O. Then you're going to search for it. I already have it installed, but you're going to click on it, and it's called Flat Music Notations in your dock. So you're going to click on that, and at the bottom, it will ask you to install that. Okay? So, this is what it's going to show you what the program does, right? Okay. So that's flat for docs. All right. So let's click out of that for right now. So now whenever it's there, now whenever you need to go to flat for docs, it'll be right here. And whenever I ask you to write a piece, okay, using the program, you're going to go to flat for docs, and you're going to go to where it says Insert Musical Snippet. Musical snippet is just measures. So, this is what's going to pop up. Okay? For right now, you're going to click on Single Staff. Then, you're going to click on this. It'll ask you what meter or time signature you want to use. So you could use 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. The C means 4, 4. The C with the slash through it, which means cut time, means 2, 4. 6, 8, please don't use that yet. We haven't quite talked about it enough. Okay? So for right now, just use 3, 4 or 4, 4, or if you really want to take on a challenge, try and use 2, 4. Remember, 2, 4 means there are only 2 beats in a measure, and the quarter note gets 1 beat. Okay? So keep that in mind as you're working on it. Now, adding in notes, you're going to press the note button up here. Okay? And as I've shown you before, it's going to, if I chose a quarter note here, it's going to add quarter notes as you press in the spaces or on a line on the staff. Then, if you fill up a measure, it's going to assume you want to keep writing another measure. Okay? It's going to assume that you want to keep going. If you said, well, I don't want to write another measure, that's okay. You're going to go to not document, whoops. You're going to go to document. You're going to go to, hang on. You're going to go to measure here. There we go. You're going to go to measure, and you're going to do this. It says remove measure if you kind of put your mouse over it, or your little arrow over it. You're going to say remove measure, and voila. Now, say you chose a note, and you go back and you say, well, I don't want to use that note, or I don't want to use that rhythm. Well, you're going to click on this X with the little arrow, and there you go. It takes that note away. Just like that. Each one. And now you're back to your empty measure. So again, to add notes, you simply create the notes that you want to create. Like this. And if you don't finish up a measure, it's going to try and finish it up for you by adding in rests. So 2/8 rests are 1 beat of silence, right? Or they would be the same as putting in a quarter rest, right? Or you could convert those into a quarter rest by just clicking the quarter note, but we'll talk about that at some point later, okay? So you have to either fill the measure by putting in notes, or it's going to do it for you. So that's kind of the whole purpose that of me showing you this program, because I want you to get better at making sure that you have enough beats in each measure and that you can hear what you're writing. Speaking of hearing what you're writing, we're going to go back to the beginning of this piece. So we're going to click on this first note here. And watch what happens. You're going to click the play button. You see? I don't know why I just did that, but it will now play everything that you just wrote. So now you'll know exactly what you wrote before you put it in. If you're all set, you just press the insert button, and just like that, it's now part of your document. Okay, so now you have this nice, neat staff. Ugh. You have this nice, neat staff of music, this nice measure of notes right there. So again, it's made it easier so that you don't have to draw everything out, and you can hear what you're writing. And again, we don't have to worry about how many beats are in each measure. Okay? Alright, so Um, I will provide everybody at some point a handout of the steps to work with Flat.io. In the meantime, in the next couple weeks, I would like it if you could all add on Flat.io to your Google Docs, okay? So we can start using it. All right. Hope everybody's doing well, and take care.